Summer Zest 2022.
Welcome back to the Wake Up Call. Today is Friday, August 26, 2022. The time is now 7:42 on the AM, all right? So those who are locked on via 88.5 or 104.3, good morning and welcome. Those who are listening via the favorite platform, good morning and welcome. And of course, welcome to those who are joining us on the live on Facebook, YouTube and Twitch at Extreme 104 SVG, all right? Remember to, do the little thing when you're done, you share and what's not. All right, thank you so much in advance. Now, right about now, we're going to deal with that. So the female's body that was found yesterday has been identified as VERONICA KEISHA Small, of VERONICA KEISHA Small. Right, so this is the official report coming from the RSVJPF. I'm going to read it for you, all right? It says members of the major crime units were alerted and responded to the discovery of a female body at the decommissioned E.T. Joshua Airport Tarmac at about 6:15 a.m. on Thursday, August 25th at Agnesville. On arrival at the scene, the body of VERONICA KEISHA Small was met with a piece of PVC pipe inserted into her body. Small was later pronounced dead by the district medical officer. A post-mortem examination is expected to be carried out on her body to ascertain the exact cause of death. Circumstances surrounding her death are unknown at the moment. Persons with information that can assist, and this is an appeal to the general public with the investigation, are encouraged to contact the Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of crimes at telephone number 784-457-1211. The officer in charge of the Criminal Investigations Department or Major Crimes Unit, 784-456-1810, or any police station or any police officer you are comfortable speaking with. All information received will be treated confidentially. Investigations are ongoing. Small's death marks the 28th homicide reported for 2022. All right, so I don't even know where to begin with this one. This is just so disheartening. And I remember yesterday saying that today we're going to find out more. So today we're going to really discuss this. Now, this is really sad. The saddest part, actually no, I don't think there's any part sadder than the next. But there are a couple of things that are disheartening about this story here. Number one, the PVC pipe inserted into her body. Number two, the photographs that were circulating and even got onto a local media site, subsequently removed. Number three, the video that resurfaced from an ordeal at a supermarket in Agnesville. And number four, learning about her backstory, who she was, what she was doing, where she was living, and what she was involved in. So where do we start? Where do we start with this one? Maybe we could start with the PVC pipe. Jesus.
Start with the who?
The PVC pipe.
I don't want. I actually thought you can forget about that party. I mean, bro, how sick, how mental can you be to insert? We doing a PVC pipe in the first place anyways.
Speechless. Completely speechless. Let me move on from that because I might get in a state this morning here on the People in Radio Station.
Yeah, move on please.
Right? The second thing about it. Let's talk a bit about the video that was circulating yesterday with between the security guard and herself at the supermarket. people were of the opinion that that was something that happened close to them finding her yesterday morning in Annesville. It's something that happened weeks ago. And in the video, she can be seen being removed, pulled out of the supermarket by the security guard. Little did some folks know, and I'm assuming that it resurfaced because of who it was. And people just picked up and ran with it without even understanding what was happening. People are asking for the security officer to be dealt with. People are asking for the security officer to be picked up for questioning.
You know what's the funny thing to me? Well, not really funny, but is that they want to play. They want to show remorse now. Only because she died. Sorry. So what about before when? What about the situation that happened at that present time? What warrant her to get pull out?
No, the backstory to that.
And the security doing his job. If that is what I am, if that's what the video show, then look at the security doing his job.
Right. In the video as well, you could see her getting back up when she's pulled outside,
and she
getting back up and going back into the supermarket.
Went right back inside. But the funny thing is, the security didn't study her. He saw when she went back inside.
And the video cut out from that point.
Cut out from this,
right?
Yeah.
And then you could hear the bystanders saying, "Call the police. She's gonna go back inside." Now, I was fortunate enough to get a little bit of backstory on that and what happened. Now, apparently, let me remind you, this is not something that just happened maybe earlier this week or last week. I think this was end of July, beginning August, right? About a month ago, right? Now, apparently, she went into the supermarket and she was hitting on the ATM machine. She was beating up on the ATM machine in the supermarket. And police were involved in removing her from the premises. When the police left, obviously they thought that everything was okay. She re-entered the supermarket and she maybe started misbehaving. And the security guard was trying to remove her from the supermarket. In removing her, she fell to the ground, and then they started recording him just holding her by the arm and pulling her outside.
Right.
And then it stopped recording at that point. I don't know if that would give people justification, but that's what happened at that instant, right? It was very sad to see it. And I say it was sad to see it because in the video, she did not look like she was okay. If you're removed by a security officer and you just get up and go back inside, something has to be fundamentally wrong. You just continue, you just go back into the supermarket.
Right. I remember seeing her started to cry.
She looked distraught.
Right. And
obviously.
Go back inside the supermarket.
Right?
Like nothing.
I would feel very embarrassed, and I ain't going back in there. But the fact that she just kept going back, you understand? Something is wrong. Now, that is not the highlight of this discussion, but just to give you some context to that video that's been circulating social media, and people saying that, calling the security guard and what's not, okay?
Right. I saw 3 videos, right? I saw that one. I saw one where she was by I think it was a labor convention. That looked like a couple years ago, and there was another one. I'm not sure, but it looked like she was in her home area, just being her, I guess. Yeah. So those.
You want with her in the yard.
Right, in the yard.
Now, the next thing that's disheartening about this story is the photographs that were being circulated. Vincent Chance, how insensitive can you be? This is somebody's family. This is somebody's relative. Pick up the phone and the first thing you see that somebody's sending to you or putting up on social media is your family. How insensitive can you be to share those things? If you get them, delete them. Come on, man. I understand that there are photos of her privates that are out there.
What?
Because it's not you. Because it's not anybody for you. No respect. How insensitive can you be? No respect whatsoever. Y'all need to have some conscience, man. The next thing about it that's really disheartening, here are the stories of the life that she was living.
Yeah, didn't song.
Okay, so apparently, what I gathered yesterday was that she abused alcohol. Whether there was some other form of drug abuse, we don't know. I don't know that for a fact. But you could clearly tell from the videos that she was somebody who needed help.
Someone in life said she used to live by them.
Where, in Arnesville?
I'm not sure where. They just said they used to live by them. And she was just a party. Or she was just partying and drink and smoke, but that was just Veronica. Veronica. That's a harder name.
Yeah, first name Veronica Keisha Small.
Veronica, okay.
If she was an alcoholic, did anybody try to help her?
So people don't try to help alcoholics until something drastic happens. So.
Is it that she was living a life of constant abuse? Is it that when she was intoxicated that she would be abused in that state? Is that what happened leading up to her death? She was abused? Where can you go in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and get help for these people? Substance abusers.
I have a question though. Question that I was asked. Were there cameras in the area?
To pick up what might have... I don't know. I don't know how the area stopped in terms of surveillance.
That is a fairly enclosed area. It's only two ways in, basically. So one by Ace and one by Randy's. I'm hoping that somebody has said something. This is really sad. Not gonna lie. And to compound everything, the PVC. So that was part of the abuse too, just because man or woman, right, is somebody who really needed a lot of help. Where can we go to get help for alcoholics and drug abusers? Where? Let me read some comments, man. Keisha lived in Becca with her family not far from us when she was much younger. We called her Tina Turner. Really sad. Us woman, they bad. Utter nonsense and what? This is news. Take an example, regional and international. We're too small-minded and prey on too much matters that are not relevant. Exactly what are you referring to? I think she probably referring to the video. I would like to believe so.
I'm not sure. Maybe you could expand on that.
I mean,
that would be greatly appreciated. Feeling really bad about this as a woman. Security guard is an animal. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Crystal. How are you?
I'm alright, go ahead.
I want to wish you all the best for the weekend and my brother, but as you continue to discuss this matter, and you've been doing it for a very long time, I don't think 50 years will pass and we'll still be in the same position. All I'm begging you is to beg people in authority. Crystal, we are people, I'm not talking party politics. I could tell you St. Lucia, Grenada, Dominica, what they do with young people and what they do for young girls. These leaders come public and they say we're going to have to respect ladies. Do we have that from you? See that happening here? I'm not talking one or two girls, and I'm talking about looking at Annesley, looking across the area here and seeing what is happening as I traverse town. You see young 12, 13, 14, 15, you see that one drop out. And you ask yourself, how are they surviving? Most of the parents not working. They might be a farmer or fisherman. They're not working. What are we doing? And I'm saying that, do you see anybody seem interested in us here? You just, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like if maybe people are even going to attack you because people, you might even sound too partisan. We don't have we don't have any leadership on young people. How much percent of our young girls, our young boys are working? I see them from very young. As I told you, some time ago, I go down by the area across the high school area, the prep school area, and if you hear the kind of behavior from them. And I'm saying, hey, we talk, hey, you hear Hammy, you might hear Dave Roberts, you might hear Slider, one or two, the same set of persons might call you. What is happening to these people who listen to radio? And I hear them say, we listen to Crystal, some of them, they're pastors. Not even to call them to pray and say, thank you, Crystal. They don't say nothing, everybody stays silent. Can't fix that way. We have to get back our country. And I'm begging you, my sister, we need a new direction. That is all. I'm coming here. New direction in not telling you that I'm talking NDP, ULP. We need leaders who can have compassion. I could feel, for you, People come to me, they say, oh, nobody with Crystal, she this, she that. I say, hey, me tell her something, go tell she yourself. I'm saying I don't know you, Crystal.
Okay, you're gonna wrap up now,
but what I'm saying to you is that, don't you think by time that we need somebody who are paid with our taxpayers' money to sit down and fix the problem?
Okay.
It's good. So I'm begging you, we just call for a new direction. Please, Mr. Gonsalves and Freddie, you all are paid handsomely.
All right, thank you very much,
It's time
sir.
you all do something about this problem, man. God bless you.
All right. I think that might be a little bit distracting because I don't understand where you are coming from. It says read to understand, but I'm not understanding it. Maybe I'm not smart enough. I don't know. But the last point on this here is the fact that there is very little help and support for alcoholics and other substance abusers. That's the point that I'm getting at right now. And I think that's something that's important to draw out. Yes, you can go to the mental health rehabilitation and get some assistance. But I think society on a whole, we just turn a blind eye. We find it very funny when you see somebody who is high or intoxicated in society and we start recording people. She was recorded several times before. Who tried to help her? And for the other men and women out there who are clearly intoxicated or suffering from mental illnesses, are we going to continue recording them and laughing and jeering at them and making memes?
You remember when it's not really the same situation, but remember when Maxi, whenever Maxi get intoxicated, whenever he doing his shopping, everybody pull out the phone and record.
Until something bad happens to somebody. Case in point. We got to grab hold of ourselves, man. If it is you cannot help somebody, try to get somebody to help that person. At least try. I ain't going to ask nothing but with the family. I ain't going to ask nothing. But you see people who like to record and share them things here and make mockery out of them, mockery of the people who are clearly suffering.
Mental health.
And the people who like to share them shipping is here. They only do it because it's not their people.
I saw posters had it up on their WhatsApp. I was like, what?
Insensitive. Only because it's not your people. Do you sometimes sit down and think about what the family members might be going through? And sometimes the people might be showing off. You remember that video from Tokyo with the lady who was behaving erratically and all her breasts were out?
She walking home naked.
Jesus. There are a lot of people who are walking around, who need help. Whether it is that we individually have to get up and do something, let's do something.
You know what's been messed up as well? Whenever it's the authorities who's supposed to help them, they themselves don't even take the job serious. Like if you call police to come for one of them, they can watch him and say, oh, he crazy. Just leave him lay cool off, however. And then they go about their business. They probably move the person from that specific area and put them to another area and that was it.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up right now. Thank you for joining the live. There's something there that wow. I heard some other stories.